And I'm delighted to welcome 12-time Women's World Snooker Champion. It's Reanne Evans. Reanne, first of all, in this very, very difficult time, the most important question, how's your family and how are your friends at the moment?
Yeah, we're all good, thank you. I've got family and friends that work for the NHS and things like that, but they're all good at the moment. We know a few people that have caught the virus but got over it, thankfully. But no, it's sad times at the minute for everyone around the world.
It certainly is, and if you've got family and friends who are working in the NHS, you know what champions they have been during this.
Yeah, definitely. Not just during this though. It's a sorry state that it's taken something like this for everyone to sort of realise what they actually go through for us. But thankfully now people realise that, and hopefully they get what they're going to get in the future, and obviously that's more backing and more support. So fingers crossed, it's a good thing for the NHS in the long run.
We'd all echo that, and they're doing an absolute fabulous job. Right, well, we all know the World Championship has been postponed, and fingers crossed it'll be on the end of July. But today, Wednesday, was due to be Women's Day, and you're still going to do Women's Day online, is that correct?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, we've still got to promote women's snooker, even though we can't play in the tournaments or get there in Sheffield like we normally do and see all the fans and everything like that. But hopefully we can keep doing this and keep getting women involved in snooker.
And what would you say is the state of the women's game in snooker at the moment, Reanne?
From me and my career throughout the years that I've been playing, it's definitely on the up. We've gone through a roller coaster during the women's tour and things like that, but at the moment it's in a really good state of affairs, and fingers crossed it can only keep going up. And obviously doing things like this helps promote it, let people realise that we're out there, we're playing, we can compete, and the tour's growing. We don't only just play in England anymore or Europe, we're a global sport. We play in Hong Kong, Thailand, China, everywhere. We have tournaments all over, so at the moment it's really on the up.
And if anyone's watching this and you know, at the end of lockdown, they want to get involved in women's snooker, you know, what would you recommend that they do?
It is literally just have the belief that you can actually do it. For snooker, it doesn't stop anyone competing or starting to play, or just that inkling of thinking, oh, I might give that a go. You just have to go with your instincts, go to a snooker club. Everyone's got family and friends involved in snooker at some point, and there's no reason why you can't just go out there and pick up a cue and then realise, oh, this is for me. And there's tours out there for juniors and women, and they can start from any age, any ability, and we just want to support and grow the tour.
Would you say snooker's one of the more inclusive sports?
Yeah, definitely. As people say, physically there's not anything to hold women back from playing. So as long as you've got that mentality and belief that you want to do it, there's no reason why you can't.
Now, of course, we know about your own career. You've played in the qualifiers for the men's world title before as well. And there was due to be 3 women in the qualifiers this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, this just proves the growth of women's snooker. I mean, this year it should have been me, Mink and Onyee playing and competing. So when I first done it, it was just me, then it was me and Onyee, and then obviously the more women involved in snooker, the more people get involved and see that we can do it, and obviously more women will start to believe, well, one day I want to be like a Reanne or a Mink or an Onyee. And obviously the shootout as well, that's been a massive help for us, with Emma playing as well as a junior. So it has been really good for us, and we just hope we get this opportunity to see that women can play, and more opportunities in tournaments and on TV, little clips here and there, and hopefully it progresses even further.
And what would it mean for you personally to reach the first round proper and get to the last 32 at the Crucible at the Betfred World Championship?
It's not only just a woman's dream or my dream, it's everyone's dream. So for me to do it personally, it's obviously the one thing that you really want to cross off that list and say, it was me, I was the first woman there, and things like that. I get a little bit selfish in these sort of records and things like that. But no, I mean, in general, I'd be happy if it was anyone, but personally, I really want it to be me. But don't worry, I'm going to give it every go I've got, and give everything I've got to give it a go, and hopefully one day it can be me. and pretty soon because I'm getting old now.
And what was the experience like this year playing in the Champion of Champions?
Oh, I think I literally went through every emotion during that. I was so excited and then so nervous, and then I was like, but everyone's watching me. Every woman in the world right now is like relying on me to show that we can do it. But then I settled down a little bit. I went 3-0 down, couldn't hold my cue. I was that nervous. And I tried not to be like Murphy, because sometimes you get up in the aura of everything. You're not used to any surroundings or anything like that. So I'm thinking, just copy what they do. But then I remember Clive Everton saying to me, just be you. Just be you. You can't do what they do. They can't do what you do. He went, just be you. So I sat in my chair and I thought, try and relax a little bit, try and enjoy the moment, because obviously you want to make the most of your opportunities and it might not happen again. And so I sat back in my chair, played a few shots, played a couple of really good shots, and it really settled me down. And then in the end, I was so gutted that I didn't get a chance to see if I could do anything in the decider. But then Murphy obviously done what he does and makes a total clearance.
Darts has had its breakthrough moment this year, hasn't it, with Fallon Sherrock? Is that what snooker needs, a Fallon Sherrock like yourself?
Yeah, definitely. You always need that trailblazer to show the ropes to all the other women out there, and Lisa Ashton as well. There's obviously all that. It's a bit like me and Anya on the tour. You don't really get to see us so much because the format of snooker, you don't really get to go to the later stages of events or being televised. So for snooker, the format years ago when I beat Robin Hall, people didn't really get to see that in progress, if you know what I mean, because there's too long a format for it to be shown. So luckily for darts, it's a shorter format, so they get to see a lot more further down the line. So, but definitely we just need to promote it more. Need more backing and more support, and obviously the more people see it online or on TV is the only reason it's going to grow.
How did you get into snooker then, Reanne?
My whole family played when I was younger. My brothers was really, really good. My mum taught my dad how to play when they first met, so it's definitely in the blood. But I never had any ambitions when I first started to play. I used to follow my older brother around a lot. He competed. He was in the junior days of Paul and to Steve and Ronnie and all those at Pontins, and he was really good. And I used to idolise him, so I used to follow him everywhere. And my other brother was regular centuries as well, but he wasn't as competitive. So I was just playing a snooker competition locally, and this guy gave me the papers to enter the Women's World Championships, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know they had a tour. So I entered it. The first tournament I could enter was the World Championships, because you had to be 16 at the time. So entered the World Championships, got to the semi-finals in my first ever event, got to play at the Crucible. Fortunately, I lost to Kelly. She was a machine back then, but lost to Kelly, and then sort of thought, oh, I've done all right in that event, maybe I should carry on, and sort of stemmed from there, really.
Done all right, and you ended up being world champion 12 times. I suppose, yeah, that's done all right. World champion 12 times, Rhea.
Yeah, it should have been 15, but I let a couple slide.
But, I mean, to become world champion is just incredible. And to do it 12 times, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, as I say, I never expected to get all what I've achieved out of snooker, and hopefully there's more to come. But the one I sort of remember the most is my actual first one, because my first season, from when I first entered the Worlds, I played one season on tour, and then obviously Embassy stopped sponsoring snooker, so the women's tour folded for a year. So then I thought, oh, what's going on? And then we sort of got back into it, and I won the first World Championships coming back. So then I thought, right, hopefully it's on the up again, and keep playing. And I sort of took it from there, really. So winning my first world title was really when I thought, yeah, I need to carry on, and you need to like grow the women's game, keep competing, and you never know what's going to happen. Because back then as well, I also played a lot of the amateur scene as well, so I was always playing against the young lads and the men and all my brother's friends and in leagues and things like that. So I always had that competitive edge in my favour, I think.
Well, we'd love to see you in the first round of the World Championships, but What makes the Crucible so special in your opinion, then, Reanne?
I remember going to watch my first ever live match, and I think it was Stephen Hendry was playing. Well, I know it was Stephen, but I'm not sure who he was playing against. And I was sat like roughly in the middle, and I still felt really close. Normally, you go to any event, you're in the middle row somewhere, and you think, "Oh, I'm miles away. Yeah, I need my binoculars out." But at the Crucible, it's just so compact. The atmosphere is electric. You can hear literally every sound going, and everyone's so close. And especially even in the one table setup on TV, it looks a lot bigger, but you still find it really, really close. The atmosphere is amazing. It's really intense. Every match played, you always feel that butterfly feeling, and you're not even playing. So that's a dream come true, to feel those nerves and excitement, especially when you're walking down the steps in an event and got them 3 little steps that you're scared to fall down as you walk out. It's just those little things to the Crucible all add up. And obviously with the cameras there as well, because they have to be so close. In other venues, they're like miles away, so you don't really get to see them. But I just think everything about the Crucible, and obviously the people make it as well, all around the city, not just inside the Crucible. You've got the Winter Gardens, and I just think everything around Sheffield and the Crucible, that's what makes it so special.
Well, the best of luck in the qualifiers, and thanks so much for coming on to promote Women's Day.
Oh, thank you very much. Come on, girls, we can do it.